Hi, everyone. My name is Mila, and I'm a product manager here at Bright Pattern. Happy Monday, and welcome to our Bright Pattern Contact Center 536 release webinar. So today we'll walk through some of the key enhancements introduced in this release and show how they help simplify administration, improve operational flexibility, and continue strengthening the Bright Pattern platform. So we'll begin with global navigation, a new centralized entry point that makes it easier for users to access the Bright Pattern applications they use every day. Next, we're going to introduce the new user management application, which provides supervisors with a faster, more flexible way to adapt staffing to changing business needs. We'll then jump into several enhancements to our email and case management that improve communication consistency and provide greater visibility throughout the case lifecycle. Finally, we'll wrap up with additional platform enhancements across voice, security, integrations, and reporting before opening the floor for any questions. And as always, please feel free to use the Q&A section enabled for this webinar or type your questions directly in the chat as we move through the webinar. We'll make sure to address them at the end. Okay, with that, let's dive in. And we're going to start with a new capability that simplifies how users access the Bright Pattern platform, the global navigation. As we continue to grow our product suites, users are interacting with more and more specialized experiences, from admin portal and agent desktop to the intelligence engine tools and workforce management. Global navigation brings all of these experiences together under a single entry point. Instead of remembering multiple URLs, maintaining separate bookmarks, and repeating logins, users simply sign in once and easily launch any application they have permission to access. So, of course, this experience is fully role-based. So each user sees only the applications available to them. This keeps the interface clean, reduces confusion, and improves security by exposing only the authorized tools. Now, while this may seem like a simple enhancement, it really lays important groundwork for the future of Bright Pattern platform. As we continue introducing new applications and capabilities, global navigation provides a consistent, centralized way for users to discover and access everything they need from one location. And just to give you a glimpse of what the new experience looks like, here is the global navigation panel. And as I've mentioned already, it acts as a single launchpad for all of your Bright Pattern applications. For your convenience, it provides you with flexibility to customize your navigation menu by pinning your most used apps and remembers all visited pages throughout an active session, allowing you to quickly jump back to them from the recent section. Now, this new experience is available on request basis, so please feel free to contact your service provider to enable it for your system. All right, next, we're going to look at one of the new standalone applications introduced in Bright Pattern 536, the User Management Portal. So our next major enhancement in this release, the User Management Portal. While the existing users and teams section in the admin portal remains fully available, we've introduced a dedicated application that provides a more streamlined and focused administration experience. One important point is that this isn't a replacement, it's an additional way to manage your organization. So both applications, the users and teams and admin portal and the new user management, work against the same underlying data. So whether an administrator makes changes in the admin portal or in user management, those updates are immediately reflected in both places. Alongside the new interface, we've also introduced several enhancements that make administration faster and more efficient. So first, we've streamlined onboarding. Administrators can create users with minimal required information, perform bulk operations across multiple users, and clone existing entities such as users, teams, or roles to quickly replicate configurations. These improvements significantly reduce the time required to onboard new employees or expand existing teams. We've also improved visibility and flexibility by introducing custom user properties, configurable exports, and individual privilege reporting. These capabilities make it easier to organize users, retrieve the information you need, and verify permissions when troubleshooting or auditing access is needed. And finally, to help prevent administrative mistakes, we've added a built-in recycle bin. So deleted users, teams, and roles are retained for 30 days, allowing administrators to quickly restore entities that were removed accidentally instead of recreating them from scratch. Together, these enhancements make user administration more efficient, more resilient, and better suited for organizations managing large and evolving workforce. Let's take a quick look. Welcome to the User Management Portal. This modern administration experience across users, teams, roles, skills, and more. And just like global navigation, this new product is available upon request, so please don't hesitate to reach out to your service provider to have it enabled for your tenants. Now, we could spend the whole session talking about all of the cool enhancements introduced in this new interface. However, one capability I really want to focus on and highlight is going to be skill presets. And as we know, many contact centers regularly need to shift agents to support specific queue or service. For example, during seasonal peaks or marketing campaigns or just unexpected spikes in demand. And previously, this often meant modifying agents' skill assignments and then manually restoring them later. Well, skill presets provide a much more efficient approach. Administrators can temporarily prioritize a selected set of skills, allowing agents to focus on these services while preserving their underlying skill configuration. And when the temporary staffing need is over, you can simply remove the presets and routing immediately returns back to normal. It is rather a simple capability, but one that gives you supervisors significantly more flexibility while reducing administrative overhead and minimizing the risk of configuration errors. And lastly, in this section of our webinar, I want to briefly mention another standalone experience introduced in Bright Pattern 536, the Agent Desktop 2.0. And we're soon starting our dedicated webinar series covering its full functionality with live walkthroughs of the new and enhanced experience for your users, from agents to supervisors, campaign operators, and more. So please stay tuned for the incoming invites. We'll be sending the first batch in a couple of weeks. And no worries if you missed the first session. This webinar series will actually host monthly webinars, so you have the flexibility to attend any one or more of them if you like. All right, let's continue our discovery of Bright Pattern 536. Another important enhancement in this release is extended support for cloud-based text-to-speech providers. Bright Pattern now supports integrations with 11 Labs, Rhyme, Azure, AWS, and Cartesia, giving organizations significantly more flexibility when selecting a voice provider. Of course, every deployment has different needs. Some organizations prioritize highly natural sounding voices. Others focus on language coverage or regional availability, also pricing or just existing cloud advancements. And rather than limiting you to a single provider, Bright Pattern allows you to choose the service that best aligns with your business and technical requirements. This really expanded ecosystem also gives organizations greater flexibility as AI voice technology continues to evolve, making it easier to adopt new providers and capabilities without changing the overall contact center architecture. The next set of enhancements focuses on improving email handling and case management. And starting with email communications, we've expanded the set of variables available for email signatures and knowledge base articles. Agents can now access additional user information such as extensions, work phones, mobile phones, ranks, and access numbers, making it easier to create richer, more informative outbound communications. We've also updated how outbound email accounts are handled when a case is transferred or reassigned. Replies are now automatically sent using the outbound email account associated with the case's new service. Ensuring communications remain consistent with the team currently handling the case. Please note that if you'd like to revert this behavior back to the previous default, you can reach out to your service provider to do so. All right. And on the case management side, we've introduced better visibility into the case lifecycle, with case activity history now explicitly recording when a case is open or closed as separate state entities, providing a more complete audit trail for supervisors and admins. And finally, we've significantly extended the maximum period that a resolved case can remain open before being automatically closed from 30 days to 730 days without changing the default. This gives organizations much greater flexibility for managing long-running customer issues, ongoing investigations, or just support processes that require extended follow-up. All right, so we're nearing the end of our session, and for dessert, here's a compilation of a few smaller but nonetheless impactful features. And we're going to wrap this up with a few additional enhancements that strengthen security, improve integration capabilities, and provide better operational visibility. Starting with security. Customers using smartphones can now enforce secure voice communications by requiring SIP-TLS for call signaling or SRTP for media encryption. This helps organizations meet security and compliance requirements while ensuring voice traffic is protected end-to-end. We've also expanded authentication support across our integration frameworks. Both the .NET API and the communicator widget can now authenticate using the user's authentication service, providing a more consistent and secure approach to building custom applications and integrations. And for developers, we've introduced a new .NET 8 version of the Desktop Integration API, while continuing to support .NET Framework 4.8. This allows customers to take advantage of the latest .NET platform while maintaining compatibility with existing applications. On the reporting side, we've added new metrics to the virtual queue report, including the number and percentage of failed callbacks. These additional insights help supervisors monitor callback performance and identify opportunities to improve customer service. And finally, we've updated the communication widget SDK initialization requirements. And while this is primarily a developer-focused enhancement, it provides a more explicit and reliable initialization model, helping developers build and maintain integrations with greater confidence. Please note that existing integrations must be adjusted according to the new requirements, so please refer to documentation for more details. Together, these enhancements continue to strengthen the Bright Pattern platform by improving security, simplifying integrations, and delivering better operational insights. All right. As I don't see anything in the chat or the Q&A session so far, I think that will be a good point to conclude on the overview of Bright Pattern Contact Center 536 release. If you'd like to explore any of these features in more detail, we of course encourage you to refer to the full release notes and the updated product documentation. I hope this session was useful and enjoyable. As always, I'll be hanging around to answer any questions if there will be any, but feel free to jump off and continue your day at any point. Thank you so much again for joining today, and I look forward to seeing you again at our next webinar.